the Zoom H4N. It's an incredible thing. And I'm gonna share some of the ideas that I had when I bought it, because even though it's a recorder and it's supposed to be recording your voice and memos and things like that, I actually use it for so many other things that I think I'm gonna blow you up. So the very first thing that I need to share with you is a little bit about the setup that I have here going on. Okay, so I have my XLR microphone over here, the Audio Technica. This is going to the Zoom right now. I'm gonna show you the cables at the bottom. So this one is my Audio Technica microphone, and then with the headphone output, I'm going into the Nikon, which is how you're listening to me right now. So that's the first use I have for you. Is going to be an amazing, a very compact mixer that allows you to connect things like this microphone into a Nikon. And that's number one. Number two, I usually straight out of this microphone into my recorder, I record my podcast episodes. And I do it this way because most of my podcast episodes are interview based on the computer video calls. So what I do is I record myself and on the H4N, and then I hook it up to my laptop headsets as an additional microphone, which is on the back. On the back, it has the ability to hook up right here, to hook up an external microphone on a separate line, so that my guest audio goes into a separate line from mine. And when you're doing post-production, that is amazing, and that is super cool to be able to edit everything separately. So that's the second one. The third one will be to, you carry it, you can do your own podcast on the go, because it's an amazing recording unit. These two microphones on the top have a tremendous good quality of audio, and that's the next thing that I'm going to show to you right now. I'm going to unplug I have this cable that I show you for the external microphone is hooked up just so that right now you're not listening me through this. It thinks that it has an external microphone. So I'm going to unplug this cable, and I'm going to unplug this microphone so you can now start hearing me through the H4N microphones, okay? Okay, there we go. So I unplugged the cable from the external microphone. So right now you're listening to me straight from the top microphones that the H4N Pro has. I'm probably, I don't know. I haven't compared it with this one, but I know the quality of this is really good. It's just that this microphone, it's like the top of the quality, but the audio that comes from the H4, it's really good. The only thing is, I do think that it does get a little bit more noise around me, so you're probably hearing a little more of my AC and things like that this wasn't picking up. But I keep talking. I want to let you hear what my voice sound on this compared to the previous one that I was using, and then I will compare it again to this one, this is a $69 Audio Technica microphone, XLR cable as well, and that's the one that is plugged in right now. It's completely off, so all you're hearing me right now is through the microphones on the H4N Pro. So really cool. Right now the setup is just the headphone jack is going straight to the Nikon camera as an input microphone, and that's how I'm able to use it as an external microphone. I do know that the USB port that has on the side, you can hook it up on your computer and you could use it as a USB microphone as well, which is amazing because like for video calls and stuff, have great quality of microphone to your or even recording your screen is like a really great option to record yourself. From there, of course, I'm gonna plug my Audio Technica back in. Oh, I was gonna show you first this one, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook this up again so you stop hearing me from the H4, and then we're gonna switch over to this one right here. Okay, so there we go. So we turn off the H4N microphone. Now you're hearing me to this Audio Technica, but it's still going to the H4 and then from the H4 to the Nikon. Okay, so super simple setup, but it works really well. Okay, so I just want to compare the audio quality, how it's changing every time I switch from microphone. So let's get over to my original microphone and we keep going about talking about the H4N. Okay. All right, so we're all set. We're back to the Audio Technica over here, and this has been disabled as well, okay? So first of all, and I'm probably going to take out the tripod. First of all, the recorder is like I said, it's a multi-function recorder because because of all the inputs and outputs that it has, it's really convenient to use it as a multi thing. Like, it's not just a hand recorder like most recorders out there are. This is actually, I use it as a mixer. I use it to record my podcast episodes, separate tracks. You have your SD port here. I think it's capable of 32 gigs, which is the one I have to, so I don't have to worry about. You have your recording levels separate from everything else, so you can adjust on the screen. You are able to see my voice going up and down, so I can adjust and I can see if it's clipping or not clipping. If I need to adjust my volume or lower it down depending on the noise around me. You have some really effects in here that can make you sound really good even without post-production. You can do everything in here. You have your power button and a hold button, which if you hold it, basically all the buttons get disabled so you don't accidentally press on anything while you're recording. You have your USB port that you can transfer files, or you can use it as a USB microphone as well. You have your headset port, of course, to monitor the audio, but in my case, that's how I connect it to my Nikon, so I don't have to do post editing on the audio. And then I have volume for the headset, completely separate from the microphone. Okay, so basically, it's a 4-channel thing. You can totally use a lot of things. You can use it. You can basically play with it, use it for different things. It is a little heavy, of course. You know, it's probably the size of my hand, just for you to check it out. Almost my hand, but it's very robust. It's nice quality plastic, but it's like a rubberish plastic. I have some of the buttons in the main dashboard where you have control to the stop, play. So it has a built-in speaker, so you can listen to your previous recording. You have a rec button. You have your navigation to go through the next files. Well, of course, you have phantom power, which is amazing, so that you can power things like this microphone on the go without having to have additional amplifier or anything. That's super sick. And because of that little this little port for like the tripod that I had, you can put a hot shoe and put it on top of the Nikon and then use it straight as a mixer or as a recorder. So by far, I actually bought, before this one, I bought the H1, and it was so basic that I had to return it. And although this is a little more pricey, it's this, if I'm not mistaken, it's $250 for the recorder itself, but it's totally worth it. It's totally recommended for you, depending on what you're looking for. If you want something basic, maybe a couple of mics and additional music, or just want to record for a podcast, which is what I use it for, it's incredible. Really, really portable as well. And the one thing that I'm going to recommend is make sure you get rechargeable batteries, because this thing eats them up. Usually for every 1 hour interview, I need to swap the batteries out because I'm running low. I started recording a few videos not too long ago, probably an hour ago, and I'm already down to 1 bar of battery. So as long as you stick to the recharging batteries, you'll be fine. But if you don't plan on buying those, you're gonna spend a lot of money just on batteries for this bad boy. Okay, but that's it. That's all I have for you for the H4N Pro. Definitely recommend it. It's an amazing tool. It's an amazing and incredible thing to have, especially for podcasting, for recording, for mixing. And even if you are an instrument player, like a guitarist or something like that, it's really good. I usually just get out my SD card, get it out, push it into my laptop, get my it records on both MP3 or WAP files that you can select here on the settings, and that's it. The quality is amazing. You've been hearing me through this thing, and I'm gonna say the goodbye again on this microphone. If you give me a second here, there we go. I'm back on the microphone of the H4N Pro, so that you can hear me and you can compare the audio versus when I was talking to an external microphone. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this training. I'm gonna drop the links in the comments if you're gonna go ahead and buy it and support me doing these tutorials and all the podcasting equipment that I use. And go check out the channel, subscribe, go check the channel. I have a lot of podcasting trainings, tutorials about the equipment, the headphones and everything. So definitely check this one out. It's a really cool piece of equipment, and definitely I don't see myself upgrading for the H4 to the next one in a while, because it's really a multi-use thing. Okay,